What's going on, everybody? So we're in the car right now. This is going to be the video on how to break in your new Hawk pads or any kind of aftermarket pads in general. Every time you install an aggressive aftermarket pad, you're always going to want to bed that pad into the rotor so you don't get any different thicknesses on the rotor. If you're, you step on it too hard, and there could be so many variables, so you always want to bed your pad in, basically. So I'm going to explain to you guys how to do it, or how the Hawk pads want to be bed in with these rotors. So we're going to get the car on as straight as a road as we can get, because we're going to have to do 3 different stops. Well, 2 different stops. The first one, we're going to have to do aggressive stopping, which is going to be from 40 miles an hour to 10 miles an hour, and then back to 40. So you never want to let the car stop when you're doing this break-in procedure, at least for the aggressive one. So you want to do 40 miles an hour and then kind of get on the brakes really hard all the way down to 10. When you're down to 15, let's say 15, that's when you kind of want to give it some more gas again to bring it back up to 40, because you don't want to let the brakes cool off at this point, because the rotors are going to get very hot. So you're going to do this 5 times. So we're going to get a stretch of road, I'm going to get up to 40 miles an hour, and we're going to do it 4 times, down to 10, back to 40, down to 10, back to 40. And then after that, we're going to do about 5 moderate decelerations to 35 miles an hour, and then we're going to go from 35 all the way to 5, and we're going to do that another 5 times, again without letting the car stop. You just kind of, you want all that to keep clamping and unloading, clamping and unloading. That's just going to help bed that pad in better to that rotor. And then after you do those 5 moderate decelerations, you're going to want to drive the car about 10 to 15 minutes without doing too much stopping. So like a highway would be good, and it would be perfect for this, because then at that point you want to let the rotors cool off, but cool off naturally, not just sitting, or with the pad sitting on it, because that could also disform the pad just in that one hot spot. So let's get on the road, and we're going to do our first 5 hard stops. All right guys, so we got pretty much a straight stretch of road right here, as much as I can do. I could probably pull 3 stops off. We let some cars go by, and we're going to do our first hard stop. 40 miles an hour, remember, 40 to 10. All right, here we go. All right, here's the first one. That's 10. Smell the pads. Now we're going to go 35 and down to 5. I'm out of room right now, actually. I'm going to turn around. Stay off the brakes as much as you can. If you have to stop, try to not touch the brakes too much. Make sure nobody's behind you too when you're doing this. That's the big thing. You don't want to brake too much. All right guys, So it's been about 15 minutes. I've been driving the car around for a good while. I let the rotors cool off. At first, I'm not gonna lie, it didn't really feel like it was stopping that good. I didn't really feel much benefit anyway from doing that. But after letting the rotors cool off, it seems like it's grabbing more now. I feel more comfortable with these brakes. You know, it's a cross between the pads, the rotors, and the lines. It seems like there's a little bit more benefit over what I had to my stock brake, my Type S brakes. But I'm sure if I would have went with the dedicated drag brake setup, that would have been a lot better. So that's pretty much how you break it in. I'm getting on a highway right now, and I figured I'd give you guys some highway pulls. I don't think you've ever had really any good ones. So this is the second gear right now. If I can get people out of my way, I'll open it up right here. That was the second gear, like 4,000 RPMs. Let me see if we can find an opening, and I'll rip it from first. You can see how much traction I have in this car. The car feels a little funny though. Like it has that hiccup again that I've been having issues with, and let's see if it's going to affect our pulls. I can feel it it's leaning out a lot right now, not at full throttle, but at part throttle it's leaning out, and then it richens up really fast. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. We got a red light now, we're not first. I'll give that car ahead of me some room, and we'll give it hell in first gear. Still at the red light, idling at about 14.0, which is normal. But I felt a hiccup in it. I don't know. Let's see if it falls on its face on camera. Because if it does, that's good that it's doing it now. I'll talk about it a little more at the end of the video. But I never really spoke about why I've been really working hard to get this car done. I'm going to Maryland on March 11th for Street Wars. For OGS, that's their opening day for Street Wars, and I'll be there, and I'm really trying to get this car done, so I'll talk about that more later on. Seems like it went away. I don't know if my vacuum line is getting pinched, the map sensor wiring is a little loose. Now I got my response back, and my throttle response wasn't there. First gear right now. I'm just gonna rip it. This second. Well, that was embarrassing. I got a little stretch of highway right here. Let me try to give you guys something. Third gear, 4,500. Day to come on the highway. There's so much traffic. I'm gonna have to try to find a road or side road or something to give you guys some pulls, but it ain't working today. The heavens might have opened for us. We got a wide open road right here. I'll put it in first gear for you guys. This is all for you guys. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. That's like the best I could get you guys right now. I hope that was good enough. Some mild pulls and that first gear pull. Car feels okay other than just it's still breaking up, but it's not breaking up at full throttle. Which, hey, for what I'm doing at the drag strip is fine, but biggest problem I noticed last season, other than breaking an axle, we have new insane shafts in there, but I noticed that just traction was the issue with this car. I didn't have enough of it, and I think that's what really was hurting it. So hopefully with the new Belix, some skinnies in the back, we can bring this car down to a 12.5, possibly a 12.4 if we're lucky. I don't think it's going to hit a 12.4. My goal is 12.5. Last season we did 12.7, was the best on radial. So with slicks, I think I could bring it down to a 12.5 unless it goes lower than that, which I really don't know. That would be great. But I've been told slicks are going to make obviously a world of a difference, but I think it's only going to be 0.2 of a difference. I don't think it's going to be much. So if you guys are from Maryland, or if you guys are going to be attending Street Wars, I'll be there. So come say what's up. If you see the car, I'm probably going to have a tent set up wherever they put us. I'll be with Nicole. I'll be with her father. They're going to be bringing their Malibu. I've talked about it before. It's a 383 stroker, so he's going to be competing with that. And we're looking to bring another trophy home. I want another trophy. I'm looking to win another event. And so, yeah, March 11th, I'll be at Cecile County Dragway. I hope to see you guys there. That's pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. I hope it helped. This is just, again, this is how you should break in your pads or bed in your pads to your rotors, so that we can get the most bite out of it. Base front rotors, base front calipers, Hawk HPS pads with stop tech, stainless steel lines. Seems to have done, it's an improvement, but if you are in the market to run 13s on your RSX, I would definitely, I'll leave a link down below. I can't think of what it's called right now. I think it was fastbrakes.com. They make a 13-inch dedicated drag brake kit for the RSX. I'd probably recommend going with that. I think you get more for the money you're going to spend on that, so that'd be my recommendation. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs up if you like the pulls. Hopefully you guys can hurt the car, how quick it accelerates, spin the tires or whatever. 265 horsepower in an RSX. It's all you need. For a street car, it's all you need because it's so much fun. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay